Good afternoon and welcome to Larry King Law's Langling Speedway. On a beautiful early August afternoon in Hampton, Virginia, we are set for Mosquito Joe pole qualifying on Clubtails race night here at the Speedway. I am Brian White along with Adam Welbrock. We welcome you to the broadcast. We welcome all these great fans that are here watching us as we set the starting lineup for our feature events. And Adam, just like last weekend, we couldn't ask for a better day.
Mother Nature is certainly being kind to us, buddy. It is warm and beautiful down here. The skies are sunny and a little bit cloudy, but not too bad. And the racetrack is definitely a little bit on the warmer side. The breeze is slight. It's a little less than last week, so definitely not going to impact these cars as much. We're watching the Cycle City Court Bandoleros getting us kicked off for Clubtails race night. It's going to be an awesome night, my friend.
It is going to be an awesome night presented by Clubtails. Glad to have all our Clubtails friends and family with us. Right now, we have the Cycle City Court Bandoleros on track as we speak. Each car will get 5 laps here in qualification. We'll take the best of their 5 laps, and that'll count as their record. And then the fastest of the Bandoleros drivers will start pole position or inside of row number 1 as we set, again, the starting lineup for their 15-lap feature. They'll be the first race of 8 coming your way this evening. 7 o'clock showtime here in Hampton. Join us, so get ready to hop in the car if you're tuned in on Facebook Live or maybe you're watching on YouTube. Get in the car, come to Hampton, Virginia. Go ahead and get your tickets now at langley-speedway.com. You'll have all the details from this racetrack. You can see the entire 2025 schedule, buy your tickets and more. Or when you get here on the property, go to the box office and get your tickets. You will not regret it. It's going to be an action-packed evening, one you will not want to miss. Now, if you're tuned in from, let's say, out west, maybe on the Gold Coast, maybe you're in Southern California watching, tune in to Flow Racing, 7 p.m. Eastern. That'll be the live coverage of our races tonight. Penelope Carlisle is your fastest Cycle City Court Bandolero driver thus far. Penelope Carlisle currently 6th in the championship chase with 1 victory back on July the 15th. Penelope Carlisle turned a lap of 20.341 seconds. Georgia Causey, who's currently 4th in the championship chase, looking for her first win, did tie her best finish of the year 1 week ago when she came home in 3rd spot. She is currently 2nd quick, 20.511 seconds. Leo Bennett, how about Leo Bennett? He has done quite well. He picked up his best finish ever when he came home in the runner-up spot 1 week ago. He is currently 3rd for the rookie racer, 20.640 seconds. Jace Rogers, car number 3. Jace Rogers currently 5th in the championship standings. He is ready to get his first top 5 finish. That could come tonight. Right now, Jace is currently P3. Nevaeh Edwards, the 02 car, 2nd in the championship chase, looking for her first win this year. Right now, she again 2nd in the championship chase. Did come home in 4th spot 1 week ago, but she's got multiple podium finishes, including a best finish of 2nd back on May the 17th. Right now, Nevaeh Edwards is P4, 20.511 seconds. So again, Jace Rogers on the track right now, as is Nevaeh Edwards, who has gone out to 2nd spot. The 02 car going faster right now. As soon as I say that, Jace Rogers took the 2nd spot with a lap of 20.392 seconds. He'll need about 5/100ths of a second if he wants to get close to Penelope Carlisle's lap. Lap 4 was also faster for Nevaeh Edwards, but she'll stay slotted in the 3rd position, 20.456 seconds. And as we get the checkered flag, Jace Rogers will not improve his speed or time on that last lap, so he'll stay provisionally outside of row 1. But what about Nevaeh Edwards? She also will not go faster that lap. So again, it's Penelope Carlisle. The 38 entry is the fastest. Jace Rogers is 2nd, Nevaeh Edwards 3rd, and Georgia Causey P4 here in Cycle City Court Bandolero pole qualifying, presented by our friends at Mosquito Joe. I want to thank Robert and Murph, Rob Rummels, and all their team for their support with our friends at Mosquito Joe. If you call Mosquito Joe and you mention Langley, you'll get 50% off your first spray. That's right, half off your first spray, thanks to Robert Rummels and Murph with Mosquito Joe. They make your yard a mosquito-free zone. Their services rid your yard of pesky mosquitoes so you can enjoy being outside. They offer barrier sprays to eliminate and repel mosquitoes, fleas, and ticks for up to 21 days or 3 weeks. They also offer special event sprays to keep mosquitoes from crashing the party. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Learn more at peninsula.mosquitojoe.com. That's peninsula.mosquitojoe.com. Or give them a call at 757-772-8552. That's 757-772-8552. And again, mention Langley. You'll get half off your first spray. Landon Burbidge is on the racetrack, and Adam, Landon has had an incredible year. When I say incredible, out of the first 7 races, he has visited Dale Lemons Victory Lane on 6 occasions.
He has been the man with the plan this season, talking about driver 3. Right now, Landon P4 on lap number 1, and he's won the last 2 races in this division in the most 2 consecutive weeks. Keep your eye on young man. He is certainly going to be one to watch, and yeah, absolutely flying each time he hits the racetrack. But I tell you what, these last couple of weeks, they have found something in this race car. They've not just been fast, they have been extremely fast, really setting that bar high in terms of pace. Right now, he's P2, needs about 4 100s to catch Penelope, the only other driver to win this season.
That's right, just 2 winners in 2025. Landon Burbidge with 6 checkered flags. Penelope Carlisle, who missed last week's race, so good to have her back this weekend. She's the only other driver with the victory when she took it to Dale Lemons Victory Lane back on July the 5th. White flag, can Landon Burbidge do it? Indeed he has. He has gone fastest on his 4th trip around. Car 3 takes the top spot by about 1/10 of a second. He turned a lap of 20.214 seconds. So the final qualifier goes to the top of the leaderboard here thus far at Langley Speedway. And here he comes out of corner number 4. Checkered flag is in the air. The 3B driver from Washington, North Carolina, has taken the pole position. So how about Landon Burbidge getting it done here this afternoon, as he's done all season long for that 3B car. He's your 2023 New River Speedway champion and the 2023 Carteret County Speedway champion, and won last year's title at Southern National Speedway. More than 28 wins over the years, and when you add this year, that's well over 30 for Washington's Landon Burbidge, who wins the Mosquito Joe Pole Award. He'll lead the field to the green flag here later on this evening. It'll be the first of 8 races tonight. Again, it's Landon Burbidge with a time of 20.214 seconds. Penelope Carlisle will line up to his right elbow, P2 for that young driver. Penelope Carlisle looking for her 2nd win of the season. Rolling off 3rd, that'll be Jace Rogers with Nevaeh Edwards going off 4th. 5th, there'll be Georgia Causey starting outside of row 3. P6 will be Leo Bennett. And Annabelle Beavers, Adam, a new racer with us here this evening. She'll start 7th.
And actually, her first time in a bando was Thursday, 2 days ago. She's just getting her teeth cut here from all the way from Carteret County Speedway area. Came up tonight to make her debut, so we're excited to have driver 28 with us, the young lady looking to cut her teeth at Langley Speedway. For Matt DiBenedetto Racing, Matty D, Xfinity Series driver, owning this number 28. It looks sharp and it's fast. Keep your eye on Annabelle Beavers.
Indeed, we will. Moving now to our truck series, the tough trucks of NASCAR make their way to the Speedway, presented by Harris Truck and Auto Body Shop, as we love our pickup truck racing, and we're going to go pickup truck racing for another weekend. We've had them here for now, I believe, a couple of straight weekends, so good to have them back in action here tonight at Langley Speedway, as, of course, last weekend, we had a 2-time winner in 2025, and Bill Wallace put his 19 truck that is, to Dale Lemons Victory Lane following the event. So the driver out of Gloucester, Virginia, doing great things here in 2025. 2 laps per truck, and right now we're starting out with a past champion. That's right, Chase McAdams on the Speedway right now. McAdams, a champion in his own right by 3 times. So Chase McAdams hoping to have good things here this evening and get a victory for Chase McAdams. It would be his first of the season. Right now, his best finish this year has not been what he's wanted. He has had a runner-up early on in the year, but the last couple of weeks he's finished, make that the last 3 races, 5th or worse. So Chase McAdams, right now the fastest with a time of 19.096 seconds. This driver is your defending winner. We talked about him just a few moments ago. This is Bill Wallace. Bill Wallace on the track in the Automax of Gloucester. Truck coming out of turn number 4, right now 2nd of the 2 trucks, 19.692 seconds. And he'll pick it up to a 19.4 on lap number 2, but that is still about 0.4 of a second slower than the very fast Chase McAdams. So the driver that's 1-2 looking to get 3 when it's all said and done. Next up on track, it's a, let's just call it a big day, Adam, for this young lady.
That would be birthday girl Paige Kane, the former Truck Series winner here this season, turning 30 today. So what better way to celebrate your birthday than parking it in Dale Emmons Victory Lane? She's already done it this season, as I mentioned. So it would be huge to get win number 2 tonight. She's been fast every single week and top 3 in the point standings. Definitely one worth keeping an eye on. Right now, currently, Paige P3 out of the 3 trucks that have run. So got a little bit of work to do, about 5/10 of a second off the Chase McAdams lap.
Paige Kane dropping the Ford Ranger from Norfolk will pick up some speed on that second lap. She'll go P2, knocking Bill Wallace back to third. 19.370 seconds for the Forward Safety Training Carolina Custom Carrier sponsored truck for birthday girl Paige Kane. So Paige Kane takes the second spot, and now we're moving on to another driver in the name of, let's call it Tim Carter. Tim Carter on track in the 01 pickup truck. Tim Carter right now 5th in the championship chase coming into this race, coming off a finish that he did not like 1 week ago when he came home in 12th. His best finish this year is a 3rd on a couple of occasions. So near the first part of the year, he was inside the top 4 week in and week out. He's hoping to, let's just say, get back to those glorious days as opposed to what he's had here recently. Tim Carter from Hayes, Virginia, sponsored by Pruitt Automotive and Engel Construction of Poquoson. Tim Carter not registering time, so we'll wait for NASCAR to give us those times on that pickup truck who has taken the checkered flag. So as soon as we have his times, we will update you here in a matter of moments.
Bit of an interesting tidbit on the 01 truck, Brian. We noticed that that truck is not the red and white colors that we're used to seeing. Tim, of course, race fans, if you weren't here with us last week, ended up on his roof on the back straightaway. Mason Gertie is making his series debut, made a little contact, and now let's just say Mason has lended a helping hand to Tim Carter. That is the truck that Mason drove last week. He's let Tim Carter get in the truck tonight. So Tim, going to try to shake things down and help the young driver out and maybe go fast while doing it. Keep your eye on the 01, looking to make something happen.
And thank you for mentioning that, because as we were calling it the 01, you clearly saw on your screen, if you're watching from the grandstands, it was truck number 91, but it's actually registered as a 01. Even though it's lettered as 91. We're talking about Tim Carter.
Actually, that's the Chris Alexander truck. So he was practicing the Mason Gertie's truck, but he's actually going to race the 91. I guess they had issues in practice. So 2 trucks for Tim Carter tonight. Either way, he's going to race tonight, and that's good news. Again, was involved in a very scary crash last week, but good to go, and he's back with us 7 days later.
All right, on track right now, it's the 57 pickup truck. That's Chris Bechtel, your current point standings leader and the driver with the most wins, 4 to be exact. But his last win hasn't been since May. Since then, he's came home 2nd on a couple of occasions and P4 in one of those races. 2nd, of course, was last weekend for Bechtel. He's hoping to get back to Dale Emmons Victory Lane, and he'll qualify right now at the moment provisionally 4th or outside of row 2 with a time of 19.430 seconds. Chase McAdams has laid down that fast lap of 19.096 seconds. Everybody is chasing him. Stormy Butts is on track, and we're having a little trouble with our timing and scoring system, so as soon as we get times, we will update you here in just a bit. Stormy Butts from Gates, North Carolina, on track right now. He pilots pickup truck number 92. Has raced here in the pickup trucks, has also turned times as well in the Enduro Series. Lap 1 is done for Stormy Butts, 20.606 seconds. Again, for truck number 92. So Stormy Butts still circling here. This will be his 2nd flyer lap. They get 2 laps. And at the moment, most of our pickup trucks have gone faster on their 2nd lap, including Stormy Butts, although he'll stay P7, 20.361 seconds. Although the driver that had the fastest lap on the opening trip around, that's your current pole setter provisionally, Chase McAdams. Although lap 2, Adam, was still faster than anybody else's lap thus far.
Truck going faster on Larry King Law's Langley's Peak, but just seems to do that here on a weekly basis. How about the run that this driver has been on coming off turn number 4? Here's Wesley Newell on track in the number 11. Meanwhile, Wesley's had his hands full with this truck the last couple weeks. Currently P7 for the driver who drives the number 11 truck. Just trying to get it dialed in, looking for his first win, P3 in points. That is driver 11, Wesley Newell.
Wesley coming off a disappointing finish of 10th in the most recent race. He has had a couple of second-place finishes this year, so Newell hoping to get back to those good ways near the front, and he will stay P7, 19.859 seconds for pickup truck number 11, the Ford Ranger of Wesley Newell. On track right now, this is truck 3, Chris McAvoy. McAvoy, good to have him back, and he came out with a vengeance in the most recent event. Chris McAvoy, he picked up a victory. As we take a look here, he came home in 3rd spot, Chris McAvoy did, in pickup truck number 3, and that was just his 2nd start of the season. And he'll go all the way up to P2 outside of row 1 here at the moment, 19.269 seconds. And Adam, we thought he was going to find Dale Lemon's victory lane.
Yeah, it's been a great couple of weeks for this 3 team. They have not had good fortune with this truck. It's had mechanical issues out the yin-yang for Chris McAvoy. They've run a very part-time schedule this season. He was on pole last weekend. It was looking very, very good until it wasn't. Right there he goes quicker on lap 2, 19.135 seconds. Puts him 2nd quickest out of the 12 trucks so far.
Chris McAvoy and the Mama's Boys A&W Properties sponsored pickup truck from Newport News. On deck right now, this is Avery Farrell and pickup truck number 34 as we get closer to the finish here of pole qualifying, presented by Mosquito Joe. Avery Farrell, the rookie competitor, 9th fastest on lap 1, 19.979 seconds for the driver of pickup truck number 34, driving a 1989 Chevrolet S10. From Pocosin and the Pete's Custom Service, Joey Martin, Slinger Printworks, for the driver that's been in this business for 7 years. Lap 2 in the books for Avery Farrell. He'll slow down just a tick, and right now he'll stay slotted P9, as I believe this is going to wrap up Mosquito Joe qualifying for our pickup trucks as they prepare for their 25-lap race. It'll be coming up the 4th of 8 events, so they're sandwiched right in the middle for the 2nd straight week in a row. We're looking forward to seeing pickup trucks on track. Looks like our safety officials checking the speedway out. Adam, we may have potential moisture on the track.
Yeah, the 34 of Avery Farrell went down into turn 1, and something was amiss on that truck mechanically. You could hear it as he went down into the corner. Not sure if it completely died on him, but either way, just better to be safe than sorry. Race officials going to double check, make sure everything is A-OK before we send our next group out, because, well, the last thing you want is to send it into turn at Mosquito Joe pole qualifying speeds and end up facing the wrong direction, we'll say. So just a quick glance at the racetrack. Everything looks to be mostly okay, but either way, just a quick check could never hurt things. And again, that 34 truck did not sound up to par, so Team Avery Farrell may have some work to do before race time, but either way, things look A-OK from down here. We'll have to wait and see how they feel over there looking at it on track.
So Chase McAdams will get the Mosquito Joe pole award in pickup truck 62, clocking in at 19.096 seconds. Chris McAvoy, 2nd straight week in a row with a strong start. He'll roll off outside of row number 1. Row 2 will be Paige Kane, the birthday girl, celebrating the big 3-0 here today. She'll roll off in 3rd spot with Bill Wallace, the defending and 2-time winner. Last 2 races, it's been Bill Wallace, and he knows you don't have to win the pole to win the race, so he'll have to come from the 4th spot if he wants to do it for the 3rd straight race in a row. Starting inside of row 3 will be Chris Bechtel, your current point standings leader, with Chris Alexander to his right elbow. Going off in the 4th row will be Jesse Call and Wesley Newell. And then row 5 will be Avery Farrell and Stormy Butts, rounding out your top 10. Tim Carter and Chris Roberts are the other 2 drivers that will start the Harris Truck Shop Super Trucks. Now the point standings coming into this evening's race. Chris Bechtel again leads with his 4 victories, 21 points or 21 positions on the track over Paige Kane, who's currently P2 in the championship standings. Wesley Newell is 3rd, Jesse Call 4th, and Tim Carter is currently 5th in the championship chase. So we still got a lot of action to go, including our next series to qualify. It'll be those Larry King Law Modifieds. They're coming up here in a matter of moments. If you're here at the track, we've got live music coming up in about 5 minutes at the Busch Light stage. So check them out. They are adjacent to the refreshment stand in the midway. Check out some live music. Miss April Scheidel always has the best bands in the business here at the racetrack. So go check them out coming up here in about 5 minutes. Saturday night racing returns to Richmond Raceway next weekend for the Cookout 400 NASCAR Cup Series race on August 16th at 7:30 p.m. Don't miss your chance to see the stars of NASCAR just a short drive north at Richmond Raceway on August 14th through the 16th, including the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, and the NASCAR Cup Series. Get your tickets now before it's too late at richmondraceway.com. That's richmondraceway.com. Interact with us on Facebook Live like Phyllis is. Thank you to Janet Turner Scott says, let's go Willis number 13, as we are preparing for those thunderous Larry King Law Modifieds, the original stock car style, I should say modified car that dates back to the early days of NASCAR, the 1940s, and technically even before then. So these modifieds, the hybrid open wheel and stock car body, fun series to watch. We love the modifieds, and we are watching them take some scuff laps on the racetrack as we speak, and then they'll come back down pit road and we'll bring them out individually to qualify 2 laps, and we'll take the best of the 2 laps to set the stage for this Larry King Law Modified 40-lap race that's coming up, the 5th event of 8 here this evening. As it stands, we still have the mods to qualify. Following them, the Pepsi Grand Stocks will be on track. Then we'll have those Cycle City Corp Legends, and then the Hoosier Driver late models. All of that coming up here as we are excited to have you with us here at the track or tuned in on social media for Mosquito Joe qualifying. Taking a look at the championship standings for the Larry King Law Modifieds. Brad Adams right now is P1 in the championship chase. He has 2 victories, including the most recent win 2 Saturday nights ago when they were on track for the last time. Spencer Conrad, the rookie racer, has the most wins, 3 to be exact. He is currently second in the points chase, but Adam only 1 point behind Brad Adams, so this is going to be a tight battle to the end.
And it was actually tied last weekend, so that 1 point, courtesy of Brad's win, actually helped him regain that points lead. Talking about your defending champ in the number 3 machine. But Spencer, how about the rookie this season? 3 wins, that leads the division, and as you mentioned, was tied and now a point behind Brad Adams. He is keeping up with the best of the best, absolutely impressing in the Tommy Spencer Motorsports number 77. Having a great season on his first season racing on ovals. Could not be more impressed with the young man, and going to see him try to chase win number 4 tonight. Brad and the crew are going to have something to say about it, so we'll have to see how it plays out. Again, 40 laps, just 1 race for these guys tonight.
Phyllis Bryant on social media also says, good luck, Willis. So Willis Scott's got some supporters here that are tuned in. So 3rd of the championship chase behind Brad Adams and Spencer Conrad, that's Rick Godovic, who has 2 checkered flags. His last win came on June 21st. Willis Scott, he is currently P4. Willis Scott with multiple top 5 finishes this year. And then right now, 5th in the points chase is Eric McPherson. 5 different winners this year. We talked about Brad, Spencer, and Rick. Other victors this year include Chris Roberts and Matt Carter, the multi-time champ here of these Larry King Law Modifieds. So our scuff laps, well, they are all but done. They're going to bring them back down pit road now, as they have done. And here comes Brad Adams will join the party, and we're going to bring him out here in a matter of moments to see who can be the fastest, who can win the Mosquito Joe Pole Award and set the stage to start right up front for their 40-lap race. Just one race tonight, no doubleheader, one event to show how much speed you have in your race car. We are off next Saturday night, but we are going to have the ever fun series that'll be back to put on a great show. We're talking about, of course, none other than the Langley Drift Club for their summertime slide coming up next Saturday night. So that'll be coming up here 1 week from now. Time to go qualifying for these Larry King Law Modifieds. And on deck right now, it's going to be car number 13. This is Willis Scott. Willis Scott on the track right now, taking the green flag again. 2 laps for each of these cars to see how much speed they have under him. Willis Scott on track, sponsored by Hot and Cold Supply for the driver that comes from Seedley, Virginia. Willis Scott takes the white flag, lap 1 in the books, 18.052 seconds for Willis Scott. Again, we talked about he does have a total of 3 fifth-place finishes here this year, including the last time out on July the 26th, and he also has a best finish of 4th on June 21st. Lap 2 is quicker than lap 1, 17.715 seconds for car number 13. Up next, this is going to be the 16 of Eric McPherson. Eric McPherson, as we documented a few moments ago, currently 5th in the points chase. His best finish this year is 3rd on May the 17th. So car 16 on track, working through turns 3 and 4 to see the white flag. And the driver that's sponsored by the Doctor's Touch Auto Paint Repair, Express.drg, Curtis Daly, and Mid-Atlantic Boiler. Eric McPherson from right here in Hampton, second quick of the 2 cars thus far, 17.884 seconds on lap 1. Lap 2 quicker, he'll take the top spot provisionally, 17.688 seconds for Eric McPherson. Taking the green flag right now, the driver with the most wins here in 2025, his first season of racing. And Adam, you talked about it, he is not disappointing us. We're talking about Spencer Conrad in car 77.
A driver that has never encountered this form of racing until April of this season. 3 wins since that point, and he goes straight to the top, 16.887. He has been a qualifying machine this year. Not just the 3 wins, but he's got multiple poles in multiple different events this season. Keep your eye on the young man. 16. Thus far.
Tighten up. Spencer Conrad has gone to the top, 16.887 seconds. That is 0.8 of a second faster than Eric McPherson. So car number 77, the driver, that's from Suffolk, and the Conrad's Climate Control sponsored car is the quickest. Next up, Rick Godovic is on track. He's won multiple times throughout the years. 2 victories this year, with the last on June 21st. He is 3rd in the championship chase, and right now he is 2nd on the leaderboard, 17.252 seconds. Can he get just a little bit more and take the top spot? He will get more time, or less time, that is, around the racetrack, more speed, but he'll stay P2, 17.064 seconds. And that's a little more than 0.2 of a second off the mark from Spencer Conrad. Well, here he is, Adam. Just a couple of weeks back, he picked up the victory. We're talking about point standings leader by a slim margin, just 1 point from Suffolk. This is Brad Adams, or we'll call him Bad Brad.
Bad Brad, the most recent division winner, trying to go back-to-back. Lap 1 for driver 3, very, very good. It's P2, 16.968 seconds, about 8/100ths off of the Spencer Conrad lap. He's going to have one more shot at it. Here he comes, back to the stripe. Can he do it?
Brad Adams, sponsored by Asset Auto Recovery, Victory Auto and Transmissions, Gene Nichols Carburetors. He will go faster on lap 2, but not enough to catch Spencer Conrad, but it was all so close. 2/1000ths of a second. That means it was so quick, so close that you could barely blink your eyes that fast. But Brad Adams just a tick slower than Spencer Conrad, but they were, again, so close in speed. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch those two cars duke it out for 40 laps of racing. So Spencer Conrad gets it done. He'll win the Mosquito Joe Pole Award with a time of 16.887 seconds. The driver that starts P2 to his right elbow, Brad Adams, 16.889. Wow. Rolling off, P3 will be Rick Godovic. Eric McPherson will start fourth, and Willis Scott starts fifth. But, Adam, that was oh so close.
I don't think it gets much closer than that. 2/1000ths of a second. We've seen some close times this year, but, man, I don't know if we've seen that close. Been, again, a great season for Spencer. Multiple poles, multiple wins. He's going to add to that here tonight and try to go the entire distance. 40 laps is the question. We'll see if he can do it. He's getting all the safety gear off, and the window net is coming down, just collecting his thoughts after a hard-fought pole position there on the racetrack. And, again, just looking to regain that points lead. He lost it last week. He's trying to get it back again this week. We'll see if he can do it. The number 77 Tommy Spencer Motorsports team has been lights out this season, competing with the defending champ, Brad, and they're going to look to add another win. It would be number 4 on the year for the young man. He's climbing out of the car. Spencer, great lap, buddy. 2/1000ths. That's all you needed. Did you get everything out of it? Because it sure looked like it was right there on the edge.
Second lap could have been way better. A little disappointed in it, but still got it done. Very excited for 40 tonight, and we'll see what we can do later.
Yeah, do you guys like the single 40-lap races, or would you prefer maybe the twin nights? How do you feel about 40 laps?
So far, the twins have treated us very well. The 40-lappers not so much, but I think we got a good piece for this 40-lapper tonight and see if we can turn it around.
It would be win number 4 on the year. Best of luck to you. Congratulations. Spencer Conrad adds another pole, looking for a win number 4 on the year, Brian.
He's looking for it, and don't count him out. We are just halfway through with qualifying presented by Mosquito Joe. Coming up next, we've got the Pepsi Grand Stocks. They'll be out here in a matter of moments. Time now for Pepsi Grand Stocks to lay down some fast laps. Who's going to be the best of the best? We're going to find out. But Adam, week after week, it's hard to tell who's going to win this race because two drivers have seemed to figure it out.
Man, I tell you what, these guys put on a show last week. It looked like Bill Aker, for the longest time, was going to add his name to the list. Unfortunately, it was not to be. Paul Lubno got to victory lane. Car number 14 extended his points lead over Bill Aker. And don't count out Tim Wilson. Tim running a part-time schedule. He's a defending champ. Also looking to make something happen. But we've seen other guys win, like Nate Lundeen on the racetrack right now. He's a former winner as well.
Driving the Chevrolet Camaro. He's an engineering design manager by day, races cars on Saturday nights. His crew chief, Doug Sample. His spotter is Sammy Gata for Nate Lundeen. Lap 2 was faster than the opening lap, 18.623 seconds. Here's the driver, as Adam mentioned, second of the championship chase, just 15 points behind Paul Lubno, looking for his first win of the year. Has had to settle for a couple of runner-ups. Looked as though he was going to win 1 week ago, but unfortunately had a spin, and that took him out of contention. But right now, he's the fastest thus far of the two qualifiers, 18.180 seconds for car 29, sponsored by Mosquito Joe. Dirt tracking it off at turn number 4 like we're at Dixieland. The back end kicking out on Bill Aker. He'll slow down just a tick, about a tenth of a second slower than the opening lap for Bill Aker, but still a great lap for that driver. Here comes your third qualifier on track right now. He is Tim Wilson. Not running the full schedule here in 2025, but he has won a total of 3 races thus far this season for Tim Wilson. Did not have the finish he wanted, Adam. He had mechanical issues the last time out 7 days ago, but it looks like they have buttoned it up, hopefully, because Tim Wilson right now is second quick.
Yeah, and this division doesn't usually race on back-to-back weekends, so a little bit of a time constraint for these race teams, but like you said, 17, Tim Wilson buttoned up and back ready to get after it. Lap 1 very quick, lap 2 even quicker, 18.02 seconds. Move driver 17 to the top.
Tim Wilson, the Chevrolet SS, the quickest here this afternoon, sponsored by Game Day Men's Health. H&H Truck Center helps support the driver that's won multiple championships from back in 1996, 2013, 2019, 2023, and most recently your 2024 champ, who's been at this since 1979. Speaking of a driver that's been around quite some time, your current point standings leader. He pilots car number 14. This is Paul Lubno. Paul Lubno on track right now, 4 wins this year. He broke the tie of having the most wins this year from himself and Tim Wilson by picking up that 4th win 1 week ago. And Paul Lubno, 3rd out of the 4 cars here in pole qualifying, presented by Mosquito Joe, 18.354 seconds for the driver, sponsored by Pro Turf Lawn and Garden and J&J Clearing and Demolition, the driver from right here in Hampton with more than 135 victories since he started racing back in 1983, or some 42 years ago. Paul Lubno, if he wants to get his 5th win of the year, he'll have to come from, at least at the moment, from P3, but we still have a few more cars to go, including this driver, car 33, Gary Kidder on track. Gary Kidder 4th in the point standings. His best finish this year came, he actually tied it 1 week ago when he finished 4th. He also got a 4th back on April the 19th. So Gary Kidder racing here off of turns 3 and 4 is going to see that checkered flag waving, indicating his qualification session is done for the driver who pilots a Chevrolet Camaro, sponsored by Fire Tried Kennel Corn, sponsored also AJ Smokehouse Grill and Sports Bar, and Taco Mexicali from Williamsburg. Gary Kidder, 5th quick, 19.636 seconds for the double 3. Last qualifier on track at the moment. This is going to be car number 26, Robert Pellick. Robert Pellick, sponsored by Mutts with the Mission nonprofit, Miles of Seamless Gutters, and Pollard's Florist Courthouse Impacts for the retired Navy. 8th in last year's championship standings, and loves to race on Saturday nights. Robert Pellick, 5th quick thus far, 19.338 seconds. He sees the checkered flag. He'll go quicker, but he'll stay P5, 19.184 seconds for the driver again, being Robert Pellick, who is currently 7th in the points chase, and he actually missed the last couple of races, so good to have him back. He's got a best finish of 4th at the season opening event on April the 12th. Qualifying is done for this series. Tim Wilson, the defending champ, gets it done. He'll take home the Mosquito Joe Polo Board. 18.102 seconds is what he clocked in on his 2nd trip around. He'll be joined to the front row by Bill Aker in the 29 car. Row 2 will be Paul Lubno and Nate Lundeen. Row 3 will be Robert Pellick and Gary Kidder. Mike Parker will compete tonight, but he did not qualify as we prepare for the Pepsi Grand Stocks 40-lap feature. It'll be the 6th event of 8 coming up this evening. Still have 2 more to go, including the Cycle City Corp Legends, then our Premier Series, the Who's Your Driver Late Models. That's coming up in just a moment.
Video short track racing. Cheers to you fans and enjoy.
Getting set now for the Cycle City Corp Legends as they make their way from the outside pits down pit road to come out and post their times here in Mosquito Joe qualifying. Again, 7 o'clock is our start time for our feature events for the Clubtails 275. Clubtails, proud sponsor of the 16th race of the 2025 season. Altogether, nearly 300 laps. We have got 7 series, 8 races in total because we have a double header in the Hoosier Driver late models coming up tonight. So hop in the car if you're tuned into social media. It's going to be a fantastic Saturday night of racing. Adam, I mean, the schedule shows it is August, early August, August 9th to be exact, but it feels more like a late September, maybe even early October afternoon at the Speedway. Very comfortable conditions here at the track. We'll get with Adam here in a moment, but it is a great night. So come on out and join us. Get your tickets at langley-speedway.com. All the details for all action, all things Langley Speedway, again, on our website at langley-speedway.com. Be sure to follow us on all the social media channels, Facebook, X, Instagram, and more to keep up with your hometown track that's been around now for 75 years. The NASCAR Regional Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Series track. So we'd love to have you come on out and join us. If for some reason you're too far away and can't get here, tune in to Flow Racing with live flag-to-flag coverage of our events here this evening, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. That is the start. Rolling now for the Cycle City Corp Legends. Interact with us on Facebook Live. Tell us where you're watching from and who your favorite driver is. On track right now, he raced last night on dirt and finally conquered the 3/8 mile oval Dixieland Speedway in Elizabeth City in this car. We're talking about the defending champ that comes from Camden, North Carolina. That's Cody Carlton. Cody Carlton won the title here last season. Right now, P2 in the championship chase, just 11 points behind Tommy Jackson. His only win this year came on May 1st, but he has had now 3 straight runner-up finishes. He wants to parlay that into a victory tonight, and it could come this evening for car number 11. Lap 1, 18.144 seconds for Cody Carlton, who's trying to find a little bit more speed as he comes off of turn number 4. He'll take that checkered flag, and he indeed will go quicker, 18.083 seconds for the Flying 11 race car, who wraps up his qualifying effort for Cody Carlton. Next up, we have Colin Maxim from Whitestone, Virginia, in car number 6, sponsored by WeGo Country, Bay FM 101.7, Big Red Auctions, KB Farms, Davis Towing and Recovery for the driver from Lancaster County. Lap 1 in the books, 18.575 seconds for car number 6. Colin Maxim, the rookie racer, first season of competition, got his best career finish. That's right, his best finish ever of 6th 1 week ago. Hoping to get a little bit better here tonight, and we wouldn't bet against him. Lap 2 quicker, but he'll stay P2 at the moment, 18.454 seconds for Colin Maxim. All right, from one driver that raced on dirt last night to another, this is Mason Weekly. Got his first ever dirt race in at Elizabeth City. Had a strong finish of 3rd. We talked to him down on the front stretch following the race. And Mason, I'm telling you what, he impresses me every time he climbs behind the wheel of a race car. He is so fast for the youngster who is riding right now 3rd in the championship chase, looking for that first win. Didn't get the finish he wanted last weekend, but he has had solid efforts this year. Best finish of 2nd for car number 48 as he comes to turns 3 and 4. He is currently 2nd here in pole qualifying. He'll stay there even though he goes quicker on lap 2. The driver from Virginia Beach, the Revolution Mortgage, the Sandcastle Home Team sponsored car, 18.223 seconds for the driver, again 3rd in the point standings. Next up, the 22. Adam, this is going to be Brian May on track.
The Portsmouth Rivers Casino number 22. Been very quiet this season, but very consistent. Just outside the top 5 in points. P6 at the moment. Always somebody to keep an eye on. Right there goes P3. 18.313 seconds. Driver looking to get his first Langley Speedway win. Could come tonight. Keep your eye on the 22.
Scott Stuckers watching from Louisiana says, "Go Edwards, boys." Also, we've got Jack Kotick tuning in as well. Brian May, third quick, lap 2 faster than the opening lap, 18.268 seconds. He'll go P3 of the first 4 cars for car number 22. Next up, this is the 95. We're talking about Ryan Cooper on track. Ryan Cooper on the speedway midway down the backstretch, getting that car up to full speed as he sends it down to the bottom of the racetrack through turns 3 and 4. Ryan Cooper 10th in the point standings. He does have a top 10 finish of 9th back in April, coming off an 11th place finish 1 week ago. Lap 1, 5th quick, 19.093 seconds for car number 95. As we're watching him come through the final couple of corners from Virginia Beach. Checkered flag is in the air, and he has wrapped up his laps. He'll stay 5th out of the 5 cars, even though he went quicker on lap 2, 18.614 seconds. Aaron is watching from Morehead City, North Carolina. Says, let's go, Scotty B. In the house from Morehead City. On track right now, this is Bryson Nichols. Bryson Nichols, the rookie racer, had his best finish ever 1 week ago when he came home in 3rd spot. He's currently 5th in the point standings. And Adam, he lays down a fast lap.
This is last year's Bandolero champion, now P5 in points. Bryson Nichols making his first full Legends season. Still looking for that first Langley Speedway win, but he got one at Charlotte a couple of weeks ago in the summer shootout, so driver 80 is trending in the right direction. Right there, he goes 3rd quickest and jumps to 2nd there, 18.125 seconds. Brian, not a bad outing when you're less than half a tenth off of the defending Legends champ.
That's right, he's quick. Talking about Bryson Nichols in car number 80. Having his first year of racing in this series, but again, we talked about how he's won so many Bandolero championships, not only here, but other places. So good to put Bryson Nichols in this series. Want to say hello to Brian Waters, who says he's tuned in and watching as we speak. All right, how about this one? Your point standings leader, lap 1, goes all the way to the top. The driver with the most wins this season, 3 to be exact, just eclipses Cody Carlton's fast lap as he locks in a time of 17.966 seconds. That's more than a tenth of a second faster than Cody Carlton. And he'll go a little bit slower on the second trip around, but nevertheless, Tommy Jackson Jr., who is the defending race winner from 1 week ago, he is the fastest here provisionally at Larry King Law's Langley Speedway. Still qualifying our Cycle City Corp Legends on this Club Tales race night. Qualifying presented by Mosquito Joe. On track right now is the 51 race car. This is Scotty Benford. Scotty Benford, wow, what a lap he has, Adam, all the way to 2nd.
Scotty has been absolutely lights out in qualifying here on his very limited schedule. P2 right there, 16 one-thousandths of a second off of points leader Tommy Jackson. See if the old 51 here can dethrone him here. Off turn number 4, checkered flag in the air. No, slows down just a tick. He's going to stay P2.
Scotty Benford, 2 starts in 2025, including a 3rd place finish on Independence Day weekend. On track right now, this is the 28 entry, Oliver Missner, on track as we speak. Racing down into turns 3 and 4, Oliver making his first start here in 2025. We'll see the white flag being displayed. He will clock in at 18.557 seconds, or provisionally outside of row 4 in the 8th spot. Oliver Missner looking for a little bit more now as he takes that car over to turns 3 and 4. Adam, and let's see what he has in store.
Yeah, this is Oliver's first Langley start, so happy to have driver 28 here. Gonna have a little bit of work to do come race time. He's P8 right there out of 9, 18.557. Puts him 8th out of 9, so keep your eye on the 28. Could be coming forward come race time. And now we're going to shift over to Andrew Sheffield, the other rookie competitor on track this season in the 54.
So Sandman, Oliver Missner, right now 8th quick. Adam mentioned our next qualifier. This is the 54 entry. We're talking about Andrew Sheffield, the rookie racer who also had his best career finish 1 week ago when he came home in 5th spot. His first top 5 for car 54. 7th quick on lap number 1, 18.4 seconds for car number 54. As he now comes out of the 4th turn, sees the checkered flag waving for car number 54. Where does he go here on the leaderboard? He will go faster, 7th position, 18.331 seconds for car number 54, Andrew Sheffield from Newport News, the 2024 Bandoleras Rookie of the Year with 1 win, sponsored by Slinger Print Works. Jake Gibbs is on track right now, the 77 entry, making his 4th start. He got his best finish last weekend when he came home in 8th spot. Let's see what Jake Gibbs has in store here in qualifying. Lap 1, 18.712 seconds for car number 77. That's 11th out of the 11 cars midway down the backstretch. Trying to go a little bit faster here on the second trip around. The driver from Virginia Beach, sponsored by Hampton Roads Helicopters, Beach Vodka, Hampton Roads Executive Airport, and Wolf Contractors. He is a financial advisor with Merrill Lynch for the driver here who started racing this season. So Jake Gibbs, his laps are done. He'll stay 11th quick, 18.712 seconds. On track right now, this is the 9X car. That's Alex Slayton. Alex Slayton on the racetrack making his 2nd start. Came home in 9th spot back on July the 26th. That was his first and only start. So Alex Slayton coming off at turn number 4. White flag is in the air. He'll move up to the 9th spot to match his car number for Alex Slayton. Slayton down the backstretch now, working back into the corners in turns 3 and 4. He is from Stafford, Virginia. He's a 14-time go-kart champion. And he is only 15 years of age. Alex Slayton across the line. Checkers are waving. He'll stay P9. Lap 2 a little bit slower, 18.476 on lap 1 to an 18.497. So those are very consistent lap times. So Mosquito Joe qualifying is done for the Cycle City Corp Legends. And that means Tommy Jackson Jr. is going to be happy. He's going to try to go for 2 back-to-back victories in as many weeks as he hopes to pick up his 4th here in 2025 and pad his points lead. The separation between 1st and 2nd is a slim 11 points. Scotty Benford, Scotty B, got the 2nd spot outside of row 1. Cody Carlton, he'll line up 3rd with Bryson Nichols 4th, and Mason Fastlane Weekly rounds out the top 5. Posting the 6th fastest lap was Brian May. Andrew Sheffield was 7th. Whitestone's Colin Maxim, he'll fire off at 8th. 9th will be Alex Slayton. And Sandman Oliver Missner will round out your top 10. Ryan Cooper posted the 11th fastest lap with Jake Gibbs, that is, starting 12th. One more series to go. It's the Premier Division. That is the Hoosier Driver Late Models coming up here in just a few moments.
Injured in an accident? Dial 757 injured for Larry King. If you or a loved one are injured, dial 757-INJURED for Larry King. You need a strong, skillful, and dedicated legal team. Dial 757 injured for Larry King. Larry King battles for justice and is dedicated to empower and protect accident victims. Larry King knows accidents and injuries. He knows the law, and Larry King can help. Protect your rights. Call now. Dial 757-INJURED.
Advance Auto Parts is proud to support local racing as a sponsor of the NASCAR Advance Auto Parts Weekly Series. For all your automotive needs, visit your local Advance or shop online at advanceautoparts.com.
I'm First Sergeant Peter Lazier, coordinator of the Virginia State Police Help Eliminate Auto Theft Program. Did you know that you can earn a reward of up to $25,000 for providing auto theft tips that lead to an arrest? Go to heatreward.com to learn more.
Forever Green Lawn Care, a locally owned Hampton Roads lawn care company in business since 1992. Their mission is to provide the highest quality lawn care service to enhance the beauty of their customers' lawns through hard work, professionalism, and most of all, customer care. They offer the following services and more: mowing, string trimming, mulching, edging of landscaped beds, also pruning, aeration, seeding, fertilization, soil analysis, herbicide applications, and landscaping. Forever Green Lawn Care Incorporated. Call 227-TURF. That's 227-8873. Or check their website, forevergreenlawncare.com.
One more series to go. It's the Hoosier Driver Late Models getting in position here on the front stretch to come out one at a time to see who can lay down the fastest lap and take the Mosquito Joe Pole Award. Greg Edwards, the 7-time, and defending champion, looking to break the tie between himself and the legendary Phil Warren, gunning for that 8th championship for car number 21. He leads the points by 25 markers over Woody Howard. Greg's brother Danny, currently P3 in the points chase. Cole Bruce is 4th. He's got a victory here this year. And Riley Music, who also picked up his first win ever in the Premier Series, as well, with the victory back on June the 7th. Want to say hello to David Grimes, who's tuned in, and Carrie Jackson. She's watching from Havelock and is rooting for Scotty B. And again, Scotty B just posted the 2nd fastest lap in the Cycle City Corp Legends. First out on track, this is a 6-time champion that we just mentioned, Danny Edwards. Danny Edwards on the speedway with 1 win this year. He got that the last time we competed, race 1 of 2, back on July the 26th for Danny Edwards. White flag is in the air for car 26, the driver from right here in Hampton. 15.931 seconds for the Danny's Glass entry. Coming through turns 3 and 4 to see what the car number 26 can do here on the 2nd trip around, to see if he can go just a little bit quicker. And Danny Edwards across the line. He will indeed go faster, 15.779 seconds for the driver that calls Poquoson home. Well, we go from father to son. This is Donovan Edwards, also from Poquoson, piloting the Edwards Motorsports Incorporated race car. Donovan had a solid couple of years, Adam, in the next division below the late models, the limited late models, but now he says, hey, let's go late model racing.
Yeah, was able to find Dale Emmons' victory lane in that category. Now he's looking to do it in the late model stocks. Has yet to do it this year, but just been learning each and every week, getting faster and faster. And not a bad camp to be in when your 2 teammates have 13 combined track championships. That's great company for Donovan right there. His first lap, a 16.177 second lap. It's about 3/10 and change off of the lap laid down by his father, Danny. And we're going to keep the Edwards train rolling here as Donovan completes lap number 2. Car 27 flashes across the stripe, picks up a little bit, 15.967. Now we're going to keep the Edwards train rolling with Greg Edwards on track.
So the 24-year-old Donovan Edwards in his rookie season and this season right now is currently 2nd quick. Your point standings leader on track, Greg Edwards. He is gunning for a record 8th championship if he could pull it off. Was not going to run a full-time schedule, but then came out of the box strong. He finished inside the top 5 week after week. Got a couple of seconds, make that 3 before he got his first of 2 wins this season for Greg Edwards. And I think, Adam, he's decided, hey, I'm going to ride it out and see if I can pick up that 8th championship.
Well, when you're leading the point standings like he is, I say why not? Greg has been he's been flawless this season, just so consistent. Has a double-digit points lead over multi-time race winner Woody Howard. Had a chance to talk to Greg here for a few moments before he climbed in the car, and he just said, you know, we've been missing it these last couple of weeks. The car just hasn't been quite to his liking. They ran 4th and 5th, and they weren't extremely satisfied with that. So keep your eye on the 21 team as they go P2. 15.868 seconds, less than a 10th off his brother Danny.
Robin Napier's tuned in, says good luck, Danny. Also wishing good luck to Greg and Donovan. Also, we've got Scott Stucker giving a shout out to Donnie Medlin. All right, Ryan Matthews picked up his best finish of the season when he came home in 2nd in the 2nd of 2 Who's Your Driver late model races a couple of weeks ago. So Ryan Matthews hoping to pick up 1 spot higher and get that first win of 2025. He's already picked up multiple wins over the years for the former Legends racer from Matthews, Virginia. Ryan Matthews across the line, 15.994 seconds on lap number 1. That's 4th of the 5 cars for the 51 entry. Hoping to dig and get just a little bit more on this 2nd trip around. He'll take the checkered flag, and indeed he will go faster. He'll move up 1 spot to 3rd. He'll clock in at 15.967 seconds for car number 51. We're talking about Ryan Matthews from Topping Virginia, his home. Riley Music from Norfolk on track right now in the Pontiac. Riley Music picked up a win here back on June the 7th. So he's not only won races in the limited late models, Adam, won championships there. he's now a late model stock car winner at Langley Speedway.
That's right, got it done earlier this season. He's also a modified race. Brennan Riley was supposed to run a modified tonight. That car had problems and they loaded up, so not going to be running double duty this evening like we're used to seeing. He's just going to stick to the twin 50s for the late model stocks, gunning for his second career win. That lap puts him 5th out of 5, 15.969 seconds, 2/1000ths slower than Ryan Matthews and Donovan Edwards, both laying down identical laps. So let's see what lap 2 has in for the 47 Pontiac.
Terry Fuller wishing good luck to Riley Music. Lap 2 a little bit slower than the opening lap, so he'll stay P5. Still a few more cars to go on a beautiful, and I can't stress that enough, a beautiful Saturday afternoon here in southeastern Virginia. Cody Bryant is on track in the 08 race car. Bryant ready for a good lap here. Best finish this year? Well, it's a 3rd, and he got that a few weeks back on June 21st, or that was his last late model start for Cody Bryant. And again, the opening lap is their scuff lap to put some heat in these tires. Then they officially take their first of 2 flyer laps and start the stopwatch. White flag is in the air. 1 lap is done. He is 6th of the 6 cars, 16.013 seconds for the driver running a limited or partial schedule here in the late model series for Cody Bryant. And Cody will see the checkered flag waving, and he does go faster, but he'll stay 6th out of the 6 cars, 15.998 for the Parts Barn 08. All right, Adam, we've talked to this driver multiple times. He has been around a long, long time.
That would be veteran Craig Eastep. Craig made the announcement earlier, or I think it was last year, that they were going to run part-time this season. He ran the Hampton Heat, hasn't run since then, so good to have Craig back with us in the number 25 Chevrolet, the veteran. Just having some fun here, just hanging out, racing some late models when he feels like it, and with the cooler temperatures, it makes it a little bit easier to come on out and run these twin 50s, so we're happy to have him with us.
That's right, Craig Eastep across the line, the driver from Pocosin. Lap 1, 16.452 seconds. Everybody's chasing Danny Edwards' time of 15.779 seconds. That is currently the lap of record. Here he comes, Craig Eastep across the line. Checkers are in the air. He'll pick up some speed, 16.294 seconds, but he'll stay in position 7. 4 cars to go here for the Premier Series, including this driver from South Mills, North Carolina, Chris Horton Jr. in car number 42. Horton has a season best finish of 5th. That came on May the 17th, was not able to start the last couple of races, so good to have Chris Horton back with us here this evening. Taking now the green flag to start the first of 2 quick laps, and that's what you want to have, 2 quick laps to get around this speedway and post a strong time to get a good starting spot for the first 50-lap feature. Then we'll come out for a second 50-lap race. The first one is the second on the night, and the second race will be the 7th of 8 races here this evening. So looking forward to the Hoosier Driver Late Models, both of their races, and we'll start race 2 based on how you finish the first race, and NASCAR has the discretion. They will, as far as inverting is concerned, will invert at least the top 8, possibly the entire field. So we'll see how that plays out. Chris Horton Jr. across the line. Lap 2 was quicker. He'll move up to position 7, 16.136 seconds. All right, on track right now, he's the winningest driver here in 2025. This is Chesapeake, Virginia's Woody Howard. 4 checkered flags. He got a couple back in April, another in May, and his last win came on June 21st. He is 2nd in the points chase. New colors, new look this season, and he said, I'm going to be more aggressive in 2025, and I'd say it's paying off for him. White flag is in the air for Woody Howard, 6th quick, or provisionally outside of row number 3, 15.983 seconds for car number 41, the Eastover sponsored car, as he's digging for more, hoping to get a few spots higher as he takes the checkered flag and wraps up his qualifying lap for Woody Howard. And indeed, he'll go faster. He'll move inside of row 2 provisionally for car 41, 15.875 seconds. Chandler Sherman is on track in car number 18. Chandler Sherman gonna make here another start here. He's run most of the season His last finish back on June 21st was a 10th place for car number 18. Chandler Sherman, bottom of the racetrack through turns 1 and 2. This is a 4/10 mile oval, banking just 6 degrees in the turns, 2 degrees on the straightaways. And the fastway normally on this speedway, the bottom of the track for the driver who pilots a Chevrolet Camaro, sponsored by Skate Zone and Kids Skate Free. Also, Roller Skating Association and Walk to End Alzheimer's. For the driver that's been at this for 10 years, has also competed at Dominion. His crew chief and spotter is Chris Edwards. Chandler Sherman, his fast lap came on the second trip around for car 18, 16.039 seconds. So again, 8th fastest for that driver. Our final qualifier here of the afternoon, this is Cole Bruce. Cole Bruce, the one win here in 2025 on April the 19th, and he's coming off a runner-up finish in the first of 2 twin races 2 Saturday nights ago for car number 31. Cole Bruce now on the stopwatch in car 31. Let's see what he has in store here this evening as the final qualifier. Could he dethrone Greg Edwards or make that Danny Edwards, Greg's brother, and take the pole position? We're going to find out. Lap 1 is in the books provisionally outside of row 4 in the 8th spot on lap 1, 16.021 seconds. He needs just a little bit more if he wants to take the top spot. Here he comes, the final qualifier in the Mosquito Joe qualification session, and Cole Bruce, Adam, has a nice pickup.
Yeah, all the way to P4, 15.959 seconds, 8 1,000ths quicker than Ryan Matthews and Donovan Edwards, and another 2 1,000ths quicker than Riley Music. It is very, very tight from 4th on back. But how about it, Danny Edwards getting another pole, the 26 riding momentum from that win a couple of weeks ago.
That's right, Danny Edwards will lead the field of the green flag for the first of 2 50-lap races. He'll be joined alongside his brother, the current point standings leader, Greg Edwards. Woody Howard will start 3rd with Cole Bruce, a great session for qualifying. He'll start 4th, and Ryan Matthews rounds out the top 5. Donovan Edwards posted the 6th fastest lap with Riley Music 7th, Cody Bryant 8th, 9th to Chandler Sherman, followed by Chris Horton and Craig Estep. So that is going to do it here for qualifying, and we want to thank everybody for tuning in. And actually, let's go trackside, Adam, and let's hear from this evening's pole winner.
Yeah, 6th time getting it done again. Got the win a couple weeks ago. Danny, we can check that box, and the team seems to be riding some of this momentum, man. This car has been getting quicker and quicker. Finally, it seems like you guys are there.
Yeah, we're trying to hold on to it. So, you know, after the win and after the good run we had a couple weeks ago, we're trying not to dial ourselves out, though. The things can change so quickly around here between the tires and the track conditions, and just trying to keep it under us, and hopefully we'll make the right call here for the race and keep it up front.
How do you guys feel about the cooler conditions? It's uncharacteristically cool for this time of the year. Does the car like it, or do you guys prefer it to be much more hot out?
Yeah, we love it. So, drivers, cars, crews, fans, everybody loves it. So yeah, so this is nice.
Congratulations, best of luck tonight. 6th time, Danny Edwards is going to lead him to the green in race 1, Brian.
All right, Adam, I got to ask you another question, non-race related, because we ask folks to interact with us on social media, and want to say hello to Walt Walker, who's asking us, Justin, our producer, he says, ask Justin if a hot dog on a bun is a sandwich. So what do you think? What's your answer to that?
I'm going to say no, because it's 1 piece of bread. Sandwiches have 2 pieces of bread.
No? What's connected? I'm going to say opposite. I'm going to say it is a sandwich.
We could probably be here all night talking about it, man, up until race time, 7 o'clock.
Well, I see Mackenzie here in the tower beside me. Is a hot dog on a bun a sandwich or no? She says no. Justin, I obviously know what he's going to say, so we're tied 2-2. So I'm not sure how we're going to break this tie. Adam, just catch somebody and break this tie. We got to pay this off.
Maybe we could do a poll on social media, race fans. Tag us, Langley Speedway. Go and vote online. Let us know your thoughts.
All right, well, that's going to do it here for Adam Wilbrock. I am Brian White. We thank you for tuning in to Facebook Live and YouTube. Hop in the car, head to Langley Speedway in Hampton to catch all the action here this evening. 7 o'clock is our start time. Tickets are on sale at the box office when you get here on the property, or if you want to go ahead and take care of that and get your tickets online, do so at langley-speedway.com. We look forward to having you at the racetrack. If for some reason you can't get here, tune in to Flow Racing, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That's when we drop the green flag for 8 races tonight, presented by Club Tills. big thanks to Rob Rummels and Murph and all the folks at Mosquito, Joe, including Victor. Thank you so much for your support. We're going to go racing here in a bit.